Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returnee, thank you so much for being here today. And if you are new here, I am Joyce. I'm a nurse here in the UK, here to share with you my life story and my journey. It's been a while, so today I will be sharing with you two things, which are first, how I practice frugality in my day-to-day life, and second, what are the apps or things that I find useful as I navigate through my day-to-day life here in the UK. Before we proceed, please don't forget to like and subscribe as this really helps the channel. So I will be referring to my phone for the list that I made for my frugality in practice. So for the first one, I have mentioned it before, having a monthly budget. This really helps me and my partner a lot because this makes sure that we stay on the amount of money that we should be spending in our grocery, date nights and all that. So yeah, it keeps our finances in check. And next one is bringing and sticking to a grocery list. I tend to be the one who makes the grocery list. I check what's in the pantry. Wow, pantry. Well, it's just a cupboard. I check what's in the cupboard. And I always make sure that we don't get anything in excess of. However, I'm also very guilty of buying extra and not sticking to the list. Well, sometimes I do. I won't put the sweets that I want in the list because I will say in my mind while I'm writing it that I'm not gonna do it anymore. But when I get to the grocery store, I always buy something sweet for myself. And of course, I share it with my boyfriend. Anyway, I do hope that in the next few months, I will be able to stick our grocery list because from now on, I will be really writing what I really want to buy. It's having a sinking fund. Sinking fund is an amount of money that you put aside for an expense that you are anticipating in the future. For example, you want to go for holiday, so you will put a fund to cover the expenses rather than using your credit card to pay for it. Or also for me, in my case, as I have shared with you, I am having my ILR or independent leave to remain here in the UK, so that's gonna be costing me up to around 4,000 in total until I become a resident. So I have a sinking fund for that. And that saves me a headache in the future of not knowing where to get that money. Next is planning holidays ahead of time. What's good about this is that knowing what you wanted to do for the whole year gives you a rough estimation of how much you would be spending on each holiday. So for example, if at the start of the year you already know that you will have 2 out of towns or 3 out of the country trips, then you would know how much you need to be saving, and from the start of the financial year, you would be able to put aside money for those upcoming holidays. You can go for better deals because you planned ahead of time. Having most meals at home, I am really thankful that my partner, my boyfriend, Warner, is really in sync with me in this one. He's the one who actually cooks more than I do. We enjoy the food that we cook, and we also enjoy cooking together. Although most of the time I would just really be just around chatting with him while he does all the cooking. Bringing lunch to work. I don't bring lunch to work because our lunch is free, but Warner does, my boyfriend does. We have a monthly budget for our grocery, and bringing lunch to work makes sure that we are on budget. Avoiding shopping for trinkets when going for holidays. I am so guilty of this before. I haven't been to many countries or been to so many places, but whenever I go, I would usually buy some, small stuff just to remind me that I've been there. Fridge magnet or keychain or whatever. But now I have learned that what matters most is the memory that I have made in that place and the photos that I've got, and I would share them on Instagram. Although Instagram is not forever, or social media, at least whenever I want to look back to the places that I've been to, I would see it there. Plus, application I'm using called Journey app, and it's like a journaling app where you can put photos and videos, which also for me is a better way of remembering the holiday that I've been into. So what I would do is, write just a short account of what I've done on my holidays and then attach some pictures there, and I can just browse it anytime, anywhere, as long as I have internet in my mobile or a laptop. Buying secondhand items. What I like about buying secondhand items is that I get good quality products for less. I know they've been used, but as long as I know that they're of good quality and it's still in good working condition, I will buy them. So for one example, for the house, we bought a Hoover, or what we call vacuum. It's still of good quality. It's been used. It's a bit old, but it does the job perfectly. So I got this Hoover for 60 pounds instead of buying a new one for 300. So yeah, not bad. Buying frozen products and canned goods. So I know there's a notion that it's not healthy because it's no longer fresh and all the canned goods has preservatives, blah blah blah. But I am not saying that it's not true, but what I am here for is that we do buy things that are good for us. For example, we buy frozen salmon, we buy frozen fruits for our smoothies, and for me, what I do, I would just leave them out and then use them for my yogurt. Next is canned beans, canned chickpea, red beans, black beans, and then that's what I use for my cooking. What I would just do if they're in brine or in salt or water and salt, I would just rinse them and then cook them as usual. So yeah, it saves us money because I don't get pressured to cook them right away because they will perish. So even if they stay in the cupboard for a while, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they're still good. I'm not wasting money. Store brand items. We would always go for what's branded, even if it's just for ketchup, for mustard, for mayonnaise. When I compare the prices of store branded items, it's just way cheaper. So now whenever I go to Aldi or Sainsbury, I go for their store branded items. I know it's already cheap in Aldi, but I'll go for the cheaper one. It tastes the same. I can't tell the difference of a ketchup from Aldi and a ketchup from Heinz, if it's that how you pronounce it. So yeah, I'm saving. Not buying clothes just because they're on sale. This applies to everyday clothes and workout clothes. Before, whenever I see that there's sale on Nike, Sweaty Betty, Lululemon, I would just really scroll and immediately buy something that's on sale. And then they arrive, I don't like them anyway. I just got hyped with the sale of 60% and bought it. I just wasted my money buying something that I'm not gonna use. So now, I'm not saying that I'm just buying the full price, but now I would really evaluate if this is something that I really want and not just because it's on sale. Do not buy things anticipating for a future use. So normally, when you would go with your friends outside, you would go to a shop and then you will be, checking things, and then you will see, oh, this sequiny jacket is nice, it will be good for when I party. And then that sequiny top is just there in the closet for 300 years, not used. If I don't have any need for it, I don't buy it. I don't go buying things in anticipation of its use in the near future. I do not buy special occasion clothes anymore. Well, it somehow relates to the previous one. If there's an event that I would want to go which would require dresses, fancy dresses, I would look for someone who could lend it to me. Or probably I could rent it, isn't it? So yeah. Checking for cheapest deals for electricity. So we live in a flat where everything is electric and we do not pay for gas. So I made sure that we looked for the best deals for electricity and compared how much our previous provider is charging us per kilowatt to others out there in the market. As of now, the best there is Octopus, and we have already changed to them probably a month after we moved into this flat. If you would plan on switching, we will both get 50 pounds off our bills. Cheapest deals in sending money at home. We are OFWs and we normally send money back home for whatever reason it might be. So I make sure that I use the cheapest way of transferring money. One that I am using now is TransferWise. And so far, whenever I compare them, they have always had the cheapest transaction fee and also the highest exchange rate. If you want to try TransferWise, please check the link that I will post below and you will get your first transaction with them for free. Finding free activities to do. There are so many activities that you can do here in London, both indoors and outdoors, and you will just have to pay for your transport. I think I would say that I take pride on not being so hard to please when it comes to making myself happy. And that means that even just simply going out for a walk makes me happy. But if I would receive a gift from my boyfriend, that would make me happy too. Low-key asking for a gift. Anyway, so yeah, there are just so many ways that you can enjoy without having to splurge. Air dry clothes. We don't have a tumble dryer anyway, but we don't go out to laundry shops and do our laundry there and tumble dry. We just hang them here. It might take a few days. It gets dry anyway. Bringing your own water when going out, or just simply bringing a bottle. I may have a small bag whenever I go out, but I make sure that I bring water because I know that I drink a lot, and buying or spending £1 for a small water bottle is just not worth it for me. So I just bring it. And if I finish it, I just get a refill. Minimalism. I think minimalism is very good. You will learn how to evaluate if this sparks joy or if it's something that you really want to bring in your life. It's not just about stuff that you want to bring in your house, but also everything that you want your focus and your mind space to be consumed by. So for me, I'm not minimalist in a way that my house is always clean or I only have 2-tone colors or 3-tone colors of stuff, but it's just that whenever I want to bring something, I really evaluate if it's something that I'm gonna use often, if it's gonna bring joy into my life, if it's gonna add value, or is it just a mere impulse that I want it now. It helps me remember that I have to be mindful of whatever it is that I want to bring into our homes and into our lives. Use water filter. Use water filter. Is that British enough? So use water filter. We don't buy bottled water. What we do is we bought a pitcher with replaceable filter, and that's what we use for our drinking. Having a partner who is also frugal. I think it will be difficult for me to sustain this lifestyle if I see that my partner is spending on things or spending on this and that, because somehow I will feel like it's normal and that I have to keep up. And the good thing is we both are like just low-key. We believe in, just buying the simple things in life and enjoying them. So yes, I feel very blessed. Doing my workouts at home or outside in the park. So before, a long time ago, I used to pay for a personal trainer, and also after that, I changed to a more expensive gym because I stopped paying for the personal trainer. I was like paying probably about £65, and that was already discounted for a gym. And anyway, I did not see any result because I wasn't very consistent. But now that it's at home, I can always go for my workouts after work or whenever I feel like it. And also seeing them there, just lying in the corner, is also a trigger so that it pushes me to work out. It reminds me that I have to work out today. So yeah, it saves me money, and also it's good because both me and my boyfriend can use them and we can train together. It's also a babe time. For the second part, this is all about the apps which I find very useful. So for the first one, I have shared it previously, and that is TransferWise, and which is now called Wise. They have an app and it makes it easier to transfer money. And yeah, if you want to use my link, check it below. Next is City Mapper. If you are in London, in major cities in the world, be it London or San Francisco, whatever, this is very useful because you can navigate and then you can type where you are and where you're going, and then you can choose whatever type of transportation you like: train, bus, subway, whichever, and it will tell you roughly how much you're going to be spending and or how much time you will be spending with the transport or the commute. An app called Habits. I fell in love with the book Atomic Habits because it has shown me how habits can really transform our lives. I have applied my learnings in Atomic Habits in working out and with my finances, and in keeping track of my habits. I use the app Habits, and from there you can tick whenever you've done a habit for the day, and then you can see the trail, and it's just so satisfying to see when you've done a nice streak for the whole month or a week if you're starting. So I will also put a link of that app below so you can check it out. Journey app, and this is a journaling application which you can access from your PC, laptop, or anywhere that there is internet. It's like your diary. You can just pour your heart out, whatever you wanted to say. You can add photos, you can add attachments. If you would like to try, you will also see the link of this app below. Kindle Playbook or Apple Books. I enjoy having this in my phone because I can just really read whenever. Also, when you're in Apple Books, most of the classics are free, ebooks and audiobooks. So currently, I am listening to Pride and Prejudice. I have been trying to read this book for like probably 5 times now, but I just can't get past chapter 4. So now I just said, fine, I'm gonna listen to it because I wanna finish this. Rewards app. So this is a nice app because it gives you money just to answer a few survey questions. And from this app, I probably have earned more than 30 pounds already. It will pay you probably less than 20p for every survey, but it accumulates, and that's what I use to buy books in Google Play. Podcasts, which I love listening to and which you might like to check out: Get Fit Guy, Life Kit by NPR, Nutrition Diva, Afford Anything, and Money Clinic. So yeah, that's why I enjoy listening. And very recently, I have started listening to The Knowledge Project. So go check them out. And that's it, guys. Those are my frugality tips in practice and also the apps that I find useful. Please let me know if ever you've tried them, what's your feedback and how you find them. Thank you so much for being with me today. See you again, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!